Hey everyone, and welcome back to my workbench. It's been a while, but just life's been keeping me busy. So we're working on the Intellivision 2 controller. So I was thinking about this, and part of the problem is I need to have independent. I need to be able to access each of these 4 micro switches independently. Because right now, I think I just broke a wire, but it doesn't matter. Right now, there's a common on each of these 4 switches. I'll show you. Let's see. How's this come apart? This is just the gate for it. It holds it all together. So, running into an issue here where I can't figure out how to get the gate off here. There's a little gate for it. These are the 4 micro switches here. And then this comes off as an assembly. This is just a mechanical assembly. There's just a springs in the center that return to center. So this is the problem I'm running into. If you look at this trace running on the outside, this is a common trace. I can't have a common trace. I need to have independent traces. And I need to figure out the easiest way to isolate the grounds. I can either snippity snip here, but I lose some of the mechanic, because all that's holding these in place are the solder joints. So I'll lose half my solder joints. So maybe I'll go with the old-fashioned way, and I'll show you how to do that if you ever need to eliminate a trace. Needle. Which one is it? Where's my favorite? Here it is. This is a triangular pin. What's the word I'm looking for? Pin file. You can do. Is you can take. See, this is the solder pad I want to isolate. You just take the sharp end of a file, just start filing away. And depending on the hardness of the material, it actually doesn't take terribly long. If I was feeling a little lazy, I would mount this up on my CNC and just manually cut these traces, which I might end up doing depending on how hard this is. It all depends how hard of copper they used. They used real copper, I could see that. See the bright, where is it? Right there, that bright flash there, that's copper. Let's see how long this takes. Depending on what it takes, I will either manually run the. Let's see how we got a trench we got going on here. Almost through, actually. Doesn't look like I'm through yet. put this on the CNC. Keyboard orientation. I want to do this orientation. Well, I'm going to clamp this down to my CNC later, so don't waste time filing away. It's going to take forever. I have a nice what's it? Tungsten something coated bits that will cut right through this. So let's get back to trying to breadboard this a little bit. So first things first, I want to put a, where the heck it ran off to. Here it is. So the nice thing is, most electronics, old school, have 100,000 spacing, 100,000ths of an inch spacing. So that will actually plug directly into my breadboard. So I'm going to solder these on, and then I need to make one other cable, which I didn't get a chance to because I haven't been down here like a week and a half. So let's get this soldered up first. The outermost pins. Oh, I got a big tip on this one. I have to swap that out later. I didn't realize I had this tip on here. This is a big wedge-shaped tip, which is really good for pulling up surface mount stuff, but not great for this kind of soldering. But I'll make it work. You end up with balls instead of fillets, which I don't like. You notice I didn't solder the outermost pins because those aren't being used anyway. I'll solder them just to have a little more mechanical strength. And they're more ball shaped than turn off my iron and just swap out. This is the next thing I need to do. I'm not going to be able to do with that wedge shape, and I'll come back on this one and hit it again to get it. So, what more or less, you can take the old universal breadboard, and you can plug directly into here, and this gives you access to all the rows. I need to change my iron out. Let's go with, go with the finer point. What I'm going into next, soldering, you always have all sorts of different points. They have different uses. You have like ones with a large flat tip, you have kind of a blunter tip, you have a blade. That's for when you can come in and take up surface mounted stuff with that. Anything else I have over here? Yeah, it's a couple more blades. I don't really have any of the ones that are kind of hooky shaped. I'm not a huge fan of those anyway. Those are only good when you're working under a microscope. Do I have my wrench? Where's my So I'm just unscrewing this. It's quite hot, so I don't want to touch it. This part's especially hot. Just gotta put that in the solder cleaning area there. That's gonna be cool. These go back together. it wasn't hot, you just use your hands. Just turning that back on, screwing it back on, I should say. Cross thread, am I okay? I'm okay. Yeah, the tip is nice and solid. Yeah, my 1080 capture card's been a pain in the neck lately. Oh, I got a cord in the way there. My 1080 capture card's been kind of annoying. Works half the time, it doesn't work half the time. I might just switch back to an older analog capture card for now. Which I got a couple of those. Alright. Again, this is 5-volt power, but my power supply's off. And I want to make up, coming off of the Intellivision we have. This guy. Oh good, my camera stopped working. I can't besmirch anything, can I? There you go. Why does that? I don't know. Alright, so this is the wrong gender. I need a female. I thought I grabbed a female. Alright, everyone. Hold on just a tick. Let's see if I can find one over here. No, I grabbed one. Hold on a second. Okay, so now I have a female DB9. And that is going to go. This goes to the Intellivision, which is over there. I think in the next week or so I might be ordering myself a better oscilloscope. It's probably going to help out with the learning computer, because that is still in my workshop somewhere. Actually, it's not somewhere, it's to the left of my left knee. Alright. No, I don't want to break those up. I'm going to... Sorry about cocking myself here. That's wrong gender. I already had one started over here. So, this is... I did have some females over here. Color's a little off. Now we'll start a new one. Alright, so what I'm doing now is just creating an adapter cable so I can some fresh IDC cable. Just pull off of that. Best thing to cut IDC cables, plain old scissors. I can't remember what the heck IDC stands for. Oh well, doesn't matter. Stripper. Need a lot of tools to do this stuff. Like I was saying, I was thinking of maybe getting myself a better oscilloscope with an integrated signal generator. This is something that's a true digital storage oscilloscope, so I can just plug it in the USB and save screen captures. That would have helped me a lot with that. I worked on Auken for same gentleman who sent me the Tiger Learning Computer and a couple other wacky things. There was like a Mega Drive ISA slot card, and there's another one for sound. I can't remember which one that one was for. I can't remember at all. It's been so long now. So once I'm done with this little fun project for myself, I will get back to the learning computer. But I think I have you deserve a break today. So the only problem with IDC cable is that it is stranded, meaning it's made out of little wires inside. This happens to be 28 gauge IDC. If you ever hear anyone in electronics say gauge, it's short for American wire gauge, and the higher the number, the smaller the wire, the conductors inside are. So like 28's fairly small. In your walls you either have 14 or 12 if you're an American. I think then they switched to millimeters in Europe, but and then you have your the largest are like aught, which are 0, and you have double aught, triple aught, quadruple aught. I mean, that stuff's like that. It's gigantic. Just the conductors are huge. So looking in here, we have this is get you a nice close up here. Hey, closer. How close can I get? Oh, pretty darn close. So, if you look, these are actually little, I have to give you little solder pockets in there. So, what you do is you take Mr. Soldering Iron and you fill your solder pockets. Because your grandpa's getting old here, I'm going to actually use your magnifying glass. I like using the helping hands for stuff like this. So I'm doing is just filling up all those little, can't see what I'm doing here. You get to see me nice and close. Oh, come on. Focus. There you go. There. That's a good view. Naked eye. Hold on. Actually, I can use the camera. It's fast enough. So I'm just filling up these little, I call them solder cups. A little solder. Oops. I need a little more solder in these. So the reason I do that, you fill all these little solder cups up, and you can just, let's see, where's number 1? One's on the left here. This is pin number 1. There's actually, you could just make it out. There's a 1 there. Get in here. It's a little long, but that's alright. There we go. strand sticking out. I don't like that. That's not terrible. It's not great. It's not terrible. You know what? I'm gonna back up here. Sorry to do this to you, but my eyes are getting old. Man, I got a lot of crap down here. Okay. This is my microscope. My eyes are getting too old. Love to show you this. Actually, I probably could still get the camera down in there. Oh, that's a wacky view. Heck with it. Let's go back to the normal spot. Sorry if I'm getting everyone motion sick there. Clear enough. Alright. Don't mind me, I'm going in. Of course the battery's dead. Why wouldn't it be dead? I gotta stand up for this a little bit. How am I looking here? So my head gets in the way. Keep bopping my own head. Where are we at? Yeah, that's a crappy looking joint. You know, this is too powerful for what I need. Yeah, another toy. Oh. Electronics inspection microscope. Yeah, that looks like crap. Alright, gonna pull that out. Alright. What did I do wrong here? Let's pre-tin the wire. Cut it back a little bit. There's my lighting knob. Screw the light knob is on this damn thing. It's over here. There we go. I know you can't see it. I can see it a lot better now. There we go. Flat vise. That's another thing I need to buy. I need a pan of vise and I need a flat vise. Now I want a better oscilloscope. I want a bonus at work for being an exceptional employee, so I got some money so I can upgrade some of my equipment here. Not a ton of money, but enough to improve my little lab down here. Let's see. Like I said, I just can't do the little stuff much anymore without a microscope. Alright, take a pause and upload this because this is not going to be very exciting. So I'm going to go through and finish soldering this up, and then I'll tin the other ends, and then we'll go and give it a shot with doing some of the logic, because that's going to be a lot more interesting than watching somebody solder. For everyone, thank you for watching, and have a great day.